The Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria, CIPMN, has called on the federal government to recognize its certified project managers in the various ministries, departments, and agencies by creating a career growth path in the scheme of service. The president of chairman of the Institute, Victoria Okoronkwo, made the call at the induction of new members and the issuance of all the CIPMN professional practicing instruments in Abuja. Our correspondent, Linda Ike, completes the story.
Over the years, Nigeria has experienced continuous collapse of buildings in different parts of the country. This has become a recurring incident that needs government attention to curb the menace, as well as sanction those found guilty. Based on these happenings, the Chartered Institute of Project Managers of Nigeria has requested that project management cadres should be included in the scheme of the system in government and private sectors to entrench sanity in project delivery in the country. According to the president of the institute, Mrs. Victoria Okoronkwo, this will help fish out quacks in the system and stop their sharp practices.
The program for today is for us to issue practicing license. That's the teeth to bite. Enable people know that they cannot do projects anyhow in the country. And at the end of the day, it will start collapsing. It will be abandoned. It's no longer business as usual. So that's the reason why we decided to issue this today, for them to have something, an authority for them to work. So then they start employing CIPM members who have been issued with this authority, with these practicing instruments. We believe that it will stop. So we want them to start employing them. That's why we went to Federal Ministry of Establishment for them to put them in their cadre where they belong, to enable them act in the federal government projects and the private projects.
Other members of the institute stressed the need for ministries, departments, and agencies to include the CIPMN professional practicing instrument as a pre-qualification requirement for bidding and awards of all project contracts in Nigeria.
The law that establishes project management, that the Chartered Institute of Project Management of Nigeria, actually prohibits people to call themselves project managers when they are not. So that's why that's the essence of what we are doing, to make sure that people are actually managing projects. Most projects in Nigeria is a country that has the highest abandoned projects in Africa. I don't know, maybe in the world, but most of these projects, up to 65% of the projects that we started 20 years ago are never completed. Even the ones that are completed are still not projects that are well managed. So it's one thing to even do projects, it's another thing to even make sure that it serves the purpose. So you realize that in the last 1 year, there has been much more collapsed building than ever in Nigeria. This is actually a failure of project management, of government engaging project management.
One of the issues we have in this country is sustainability. So the participants were given courses and training courses that we had to look into this critical component of creating projects that are sustainable, not just having a project you deliver and it cannot be useful. So we did courses like business case and benefits management. We looked into this critical aspect of subject matter experts and project manager crisis.
They are optimistic that the issuance of practicing license and authority will enable their members act in federal government and private projects. Linda Ike, Mitv News.